Give the gift of life. Give blood. No other gift will ever mean as much.
Well, this is crazy. It's after 2 and still no lunch card. Where is Mr. Yummy?
Well, he must be in the building. We saw some rats scurrying around the floor. Here, have an amaretto truffle.
No, thanks. I don't want to spoil my appetite.
For Mr. Yummy?
Every day he is late. I am sure that even when he's on time, he stands outside the door just to annoy us.
Is there something wrong, Mary?
Yes. I backed down in there. I allowed myself to be bullied by Frank.
Uh-huh. Here, have a chocolate-covered macadamia nut. That'll make everything all right.
Joe, I don't think you understand. My conscience is eating away at me. I sold my soul in there. No chocolate-covered macadamia nut is going to make that all right.
I hear you, Mary. This calls for divinity fudge.
Joe, have you been listening to anything I've been... Divinity fudge?
Come on, Mary. It was a tough one to lose, but look at the bright side. Just think how much easier it'll be to compromise your principles next time.
That's what bothers me the most. Oh, well. Even if I had gone over Frank's head and talked to Burke, I'm sure he wouldn't have agreed with me. And then I'd have lost my job for nothing.
Good, Mary. Rationalize. Rationalize.
Joe, will you leave me alone?
You don't have to take it out on me.
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't mean to take it out on you. I don't want to take it out on anyone. I just want to be left alone. Where is that twerp with the sandwiches?
Hey, everybody, you know who I just saw in the building? Frank Sinatra.
Get out of here, Frank Sinatra.
I saw him with my own 2 eyes. Hey, got his autograph, too.
Best wishes, Lee Iacocca.
Oh. Well, that explains his reaction when I asked him what it was like to make love to Ava Gardner.
Hiya, folks. I'm very sorry I'm late, but I got hung up selling to all those reporters down in the lobby.
And I suppose they're more important than your regular customers up here.
What's with you?
I'm hungry.
Well, I hate to tell you this, lady, but I am completely sold out.
Sold out?
Hey, this is how I make my living. I was hoping maybe you would be happy for me.
Well, that's the last straw, Yummy. Every day you come in here late, your sandwiches are stale, and on top of that, you are rude and unkempt.
Please, Mary Brenner. The man is an actor. He has a fragile ego.
You're right. I'm sorry. I had a rough day, but there's no reason to take it out on you just because you're late. And that is the same T-shirt you have worn every day for the last 5 months.
Apology accepted. And incidentally, I have 2 of these shirts, and I rotate them monthly. Ed, I know how interested you've been in my career. You think you could manage to fall by the Backstreet Theater this weekend and see me?
Oh, what play are you performing in now?
Oh, no. It's not a play, Ed. It's my new act. I am now an Elvis impersonator.
Oh, well, it might surprise you to know that I was a great admirer of the King. He was a rebel, his own man. He left an indelible mark on an entire generation. For me, no song sums that up better than Viva Las Vegas.
I'll dedicate that to you and your date, Ed.
I think I'll be alone.
Are you lonesome tonight?
And this is our city room. We cleaned up for you.
Quite bustling. Good.
Oh, Ed LaSalle, Malcolm Burke.
Ed, I've given some thought to your television proposals. Why, I don't think it's right for the Burke-owned stations. I wish you luck in selling it elsewhere. Lots and lots of luck.
Pleasure as always. Harry Broussard, General Assignments. We stole him from the Tribune.
Pleased to meet you, Mr.
Pleased to meet you, Harry.
Joe Tucker, Mainline Chicago.
I read you when I can, Miss Tucker. I'd love to have your biting wit.
All right. I'll trade you for a couple of your TV stations.
Mary Brenner, our helpline columnist.
You do.
Miss Brenner, the helpline must be very fulfilling work.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It isn't?
It could be.
What do you mean?
Nothing, really, nothing. Please don't let me hold up your tour.
No, Mary's terrific. I'm very happy we have her here.
Then I am too.
And I'm so happy to be here.
Mary, is there something bothering you?
No, not really.
I'm only here today.
I'm fine.
Good.
Goodbye, Miss Brenner.
Well, now that we get downstairs now.
Mr. Burke, there is something I'd like to talk to you about.
Well, surprise, surprise. What is it?
Well, it's private.
I understand. Frank, why don't the three of us go into your office?
I think it's more private than that. Why don't the two of you just go ahead?
Thank you, Frank. You can sit behind the desk.
Thank you.
Sorry. You'll have to bear with me. I'm just a little nervous.
That's okay. Do sit down.
Thank you.
Everybody who talks to me gets nervous. One notable exception, Anwar Sadat. When we spoke about possible solutions to the strife in the Middle East. But now we're here to talk about your problem.
Well, I received a request from a reader. It seems that he stole some tires off a car 40 years ago, but he served his time, changed his life, and has been clean as a whistle ever since. Nobody knows about his past, and he'd like to have the crime removed from his record.
Seems reasonable.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear you say that. Anyway, Frank DeMarco heard about it, and he thought it would make a good story for the feature page. But see, I feel that that's a breach of ethics. The man didn't ask to be recognized. He asked to be helped.
You believe the man's sincere?
Oh, yes.
And you made your feelings clear to Frank?
Yes?
But he wouldn't budge.
Well, Frank can be a little stubborn.
Don't I know it? Of course, that may be one of the qualities that makes him, in my humble but all-important opinion, the finest newspaper editor in the country.
Yes, well, in the short time that I have been here, I certainly have been impressed with his
Mary,
very
I
forceful...
consider Frank to be the son I never had.
Oh.
He knows the newspaper game. He lives and breathes newspapers. He's the only person I've met who can take a losing daily and turn it around. He's done it for me in Denver. He's done it for me in San Francisco. He's doing it here. Do you know that I was close to just shutting down this newspaper?
Oh, that would have been awful. 400 people out of a job instead of just one.
Well, Mary, good luck to you.
Thank you.
By the way, I was reading your column this morning. Fascinating.
Yes, well, cornflakes packed by weight rather than volume can condense during shipping.
Yes, but that much. Who knew? Frank, you can have your office back now. Goodbye again, Mary.
Goodbye.
You got a tip-top staff here.
Thank you, Malcolm.
I think I'd keep my eye on that Ed LaSalle. You know, the would-be Alistair Cook?
Well, Mary, how'd it go?
You know how it went, Frank.
That's why I asked.
Certainly has a lot of respect for you.
It's nice that someone thinks I know what I'm doing. Mary, how could you do this to me? Why do you put me in a position of having to fire you?
Are you going to fire me?
I don't know. I have to think about it. Did you understand that my threat was real?
Yes.
Mary, you're not helping me.
Sorry.
Okay, you got your job.
Oh, thank you. How come?
Mary, what are you trying to do, start another argument? Writers with your conviction are hard to find. Not impossible, mind you, but hard to find just the same. So, just don't do it again.
All right, thank you, Frank. That is just so decent of you. What about the story? I still feel making a big splash on the front pages. We're always talking about
you
a man.
are a machine. I have never met anyone like you, Mary. If I have respect enough for you as a reporter to take you back after this, it just follows that I have enough respect for you to give you that story and let you do it your own way.
Thank you. You know, Frank, deep down, I really believed you would come over to my side after all.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to realize that you and I are a lot alike. I mean, I know when I go after something, I don't quit. I mean, I don't take no for an answer.
No, Frank.
Well, I try.